doctor. Our newest doctor in VOP, Dr. Anosike here, is going to be doing the analysis of some of the stories. Dr. Anosike, how are you all doing today?
Thank you, I'm fine.
All right, let's get right into the stories. First, the governor earlier deployed armored vehicles, helicopters, tear gas against unharmed Benue protesters, says by EEC. Second, the crisis in Benue is beyond Nigerian military, CDS. The third is what is going on in Benue. It's a genocide and not communal clash, Totif tells Tinubu. The opposition coalition moves to register All Democratic Alliance. Congratulations to Nigerians. And the fifth one is Nigerians will remain in pain until Tinubu completes his harsh policies, says by the information minister. And the last but not the least that we'll be looking at today is Tinubu's visit to Benue, a political show. Atiku Abubakar says that in a statement. First, let's take a brief story on the first unedited headlines. And now, the governor earlier deploying armored vehicles, helicopters, tear gas against an armed Benue protester. Now, the news and details says a human rights activist and a chairman of the African Action Congress, AAC, in the Federal Capital Territory, Jenna Robert Andy, has condemned the violent dispersal of peaceful protesters in Makurdi, Benue State, describing the incident as state-sponsored brutality and a reflection of utter incompetence and disregard for human life by Governor Hayasset Alia. In a statement released on Sunday, he said the protesters had gathered peacefully to demand an end to the killings in the state, but were met with unbridled violence, including the use of armored vehicles, helicopters, and tear gas. He also described the response by security forces as a damning indictment of the government callous disregard for human life and criticized Governor Alia for ordering the crackdown rather than engaging with the demonstrators. Now, Governor Alia's decision to deploy security agents to disperse the crowd rather than addressing the protesters and condemning the attacks is a cowardly act that betrays his utter lack of empathy for the suffering people, and he said. He linked the persistent violence in Benue State to the governor's failure to confront the underlying issues, particularly the activities of the armed herdsmen accused of attacking communities. He concluded the statement with a warning that Benue residents will continue to demand justice and accountability. The people of Benue would not forget the actions of Governor Ali and the security agents who cracked down on peaceful protesters, he warned. Now, Dr. Anosike, the question is, how do we justify the deployment of, armored vehicles and helicopters against unarmed peaceful protesters demanding protection from ongoing killings in Benue State?
Well, there's no justification. There's no way the action of the governor will be justified. If the governor has an armored car, helicopters, tear gas, why didn't he deploy it on those bandits that come to kill his people? If he has armored cars, helicopters, why didn't he use it on those bandits? So this simply shows that these people that are committing this mayhem are being protected. Because they come kill more than 200 people, and others come out to protest against the madness. And you're now using a helicopter and armored cars on them. So you want them to remain quiet. You want them to be happy after more than 200 people have been killed. These 200 people include mothers, fathers, children. And these people come out to say enough is enough. Instead of sympathizing with them, you are now using tear gas, helicopter and armored cars to chase them away. So this shows you how wicked that the governor is, and whoever gave him that title of a priest, either a priest or a reverend, is a very big mistake. Whoever gave him that title of a priest or a reverend is a mistake, and I would want that title to be stripped from him. I would want that title of a priest or of a reverend, because he doesn't deserve it. He does not deserve it. Somebody whose citizens he swore that to protect were killed, 200 in number, and people come out to say enough is enough, and you are now using armored car, helicopters, and tear gas to chase them back to their houses, and you call yourself a priest. A devil is better than him. A devil is better than the governor of Benue State.
Okay, now, I really don't know. Do you see the disturbing video of where some kids were, under the rain and they needed to welcome the president? And a lot of people come out to say, why are these innocent kids even... is this even supposed to hold when over 200 people massacred in the same state? And you're coming to... The city is mourning. I mean, the state, the entire state is mourning. Do you see... What do you have to say about that?
Well, for me, I would want to say that the children of these days, understand, are calmer or more gentle than my own generation.
No, I also think that
No.
The school teachers, they are from schools. So I think that their school teachers would have ordered that they all line up in that rain and, start welcoming the president. The president is, envoy is passing by and all of that. So these children could be innocent.
That is what I'm trying to say, because I can't imagine myself, understand, those days, or my peers standing under the rain to welcome a president who had no answer to the killings in their state. Even under peaceful time, when I was in the secondary school, was when Jim Nwobodo was the governor of Anambra State, understand, before Enugu State. When Jim Nwobodo was governor of Anambra State, understand? We don't wait for him on the road. We can't. Understand me? We cannot. Let me just give you a tip of what I mean by my own generation. When I entered class 1 in 1980, class 1, the form teacher wanted to appoint a prefect for us. We say no. We jumped on the table, began to make noise until the principal came. I told the teacher, allow them to appoint their own prefects. Understand me? So for me, when I see what these children are doing these days, I will be wondering what is happening. In the university, if water is not running in the hostel, water must not run in Virtuous North Lodge. We will go and pour out all the water in his tank so that everybody will be thirsty. If water should run in the Virtuous North Lodge, it must run in the hostels. Because the Virtuous Lodge must not be drinking water and students will be starving. But today, nothing is happening in the campuses. Understand me? There will be no night in the university for a whole week. There will be peace in the university. Or once they can charge their phones and will be able to scroll, everything is okay.
Now, why do you think the administration failed to confront the root causes of this violence, particularly the persistent attacks by armed herdsmen, and instead resorted to silencing voices calling for justice? And of recently, during the week, the president also released a statement asking that why have the killers, why are they not being arrested? And I begin to wonder that you visited the state. You came back and you're asking us, or are you asking the Inspector General of Police? And I begin to wonder, where is this question coming from? Why are they not arrested? Aren't you coming from you visited the state, you saw the state of things happening there? I mean...
President visited Makurdi.
Oh, he visited.
He did not visit where that mayhem happened. He gave the excuse that the road is bad.
Yeah, the road was actually flooded.
That the road was bad. A president. So if as a mother, something happens somewhere, and you say you cannot get there because the road is bad, that simply shows that you have no empathy, you have no sympathy. So a helicopter could have easily picked the president from Makurdi to where that happened. Okay, the governor has a helicopter to scare people away from protesting, but he cannot give president that helicopter to go and visit where that thing happened. Understand me? And do you know that yesterday another community in Benue was sacked by the same bandits? That 48 hours after Tinubu visited Benue State and gave a marching order. Benue was attacked yesterday. Communities were burnt down to show that his visit to Benue State is of no effect. His marching order is of no effect. Just 48 hours after the president said that he has to clear his table. He has to clear his table and go to Benue. Understand? But when the air crash in India happened, the president Modi was there 3 hours after it. Does it mean that the president of India is not busy? But this shows you people that care for human beings and those who don't care.
Now, in another story, the Nigerian Chief of Defense Staff (CDS), Christopher Musa, has said that there is nothing like farmers' herders clash, insisting that it is the animal that goes after the farm. Now, he addressed on Tuesday saying that Musa highlighted the three main issues behind the incessant killings in Benue State and other parts of the country. He also noted that the issue of animal rustling, which could also be linked to the movement of animals, must be addressed. Now, the CDS said that the issue of land, which results in violent attacks between indigenes and non-indigenes, has become critical and only has a political solution. Now, he also pointed out that most of those problems would go away once animals stop moving, therefore calling on the government to provide political solutions to the conflict. He said, and I quoted, "Now, from what I observe, 2 or 3 basic things. One of the issue of land between indigent and non-indigent critical, which is political, that's supposed to be sorted out politically." And now again, he further said that because of that, again, he said, we have issues of rusting of animals, which means we don't even rustle animals again that are moving again. There won't be most of this problem. Now, he also said that it's also reported that over 200 people were burnt alive in one of the latest herdsmen's attack in the Yelwata community of Gumalaki government area of Benue State. Now, if General Musa says the crisis in Benue is beyond military resolution, why has the government failed to initiate the political will and structural reforms they say are essential to ending the violence?
One, the CDS, the governor, the president, all of them are shying away from the truth.
What is the truth?
The truth is what is happening in Benue is Ottoman Danfodio jihad. That's the truth. What is happening in Benue is Ottoman Danfodio jihad. It has nothing to do with farmers' headers. It has nothing to do with land between one community or the other, maybe boundary. Understand me? It has nothing to do with the rustling of animals. Understand? What is happening in Benue is a continuation of Ottoman Danfodio jihad. Those who know history, those who have history book, go and read the Ottoman Danfodio jihad starting from 1901. That's what is happening in Benue State. That's what is happening in Plateau State as we speak. So anybody saying that it is communal, it is a hot, that is not. No community in Benue is fighting another community.
So if the military have come out to say that this what is happening now with 200 over, not I said 200 over 200. Oh my God! Did you see the video? I didn't even need to ask you because I know the video is all over, is everywhere. Now, what is the military doing? That is my question. You as the military come out and say, no, this is the reason for, that is not what, it's not herdsmen, it's not this. What is the military doing? I mean, why have they not prevented this thing happening?
The CDS, the Chief of Defense Staff, has told you that it is beyond the military. Understand me? So if killing is beyond military, then it means that the military has failed. Because when you are in an office, you are Chief of Defense Staff, and people are dying, you say that what is happening is beyond you, you should resign from that. You are not worthy of being in that office. You are not worthy of being in that office because you are being paid to defend other people. You are being paid to protect other people. Now say that what is happening there is beyond Nigerian army. That what is happening in Benue is beyond Nigerian army, which means Nigerian army don't have the capacity to stop what is happening. And that is why 48 hours after the president's visit, another massacre happened in Benue because the CDS has made it known that there's nothing that they can do. So it is a new way that is given to them, understand me, to those bandits, that this is beyond the military. So one, it is acceptance of failure, it is a defeat that's for him, and the right thing he ought to have done is to resign.
Now, there's a question that came to my mind. Why do we that in this country? Each and every administration that govern the citizens of Nigerians, and when you look at this administration now, they've been having reported of bandit killing and massacre in each administration. And till now, up until now, there is no permanent solution to end bandits in the country, and it still keep extending and it keep happening in every administration. Do you think that there are some people that are actually sitting somewhere to cook up this thing, or there should be an explanation why the recurrence of bandits attack in the part of some part of the country?
Well, I have told you the reason that's what is happening, which the federal government, which the Nigerian governors, which the service chief don't want to tell you. What is happening in Plateau State, what is happening in Benue State is a continuation of Ottoman Danfodio jihad, land acquisition. Understand me? That is what is happening in Benue, that's what is happening in Plateau State. You know, Enugu State is also suffering from the same.
Now, give us like an elaborate of the Usman Danfodio that you just mentioned. Just give us an elaborate.
No, it's a conquest.
Okay.
it is a conquest.
Okay.
And history have it that that the lands that Ottoman Danfodio jihadists conquered got up to Benue State. Do you understand that? That it got up to Benue State. So they are now coming to reclaim those lands. So they are now coming to so that is why so that is what is happening. And Nsukka in Enugu State is witnessing this bandits attack. But I said it in another program that what is happening in Benue is not what's happening in Nsukka. Understand me? Nsukka is just herdsmen, farmers, violence. Understand me? Because Nsukka is an agrarian area. So and Nsukka has boundary with Kogi and with Benue.
Okay.
So when they move their cattle to Nsukka, those people will naturally come out to resist. You shouldn't destroy my farm. Understand me? So in that, because they have a superior weapon advantage, they will shoot. But mind you, in Enugu, they are not sacking communities. So if Nigerians are thinking, they should know what is going on.
All right, talking about what is going on, the next story we just want to take right now is the Tortive asked Tinubu what is going on. They are asking a question. Now, the Tortive, His Royal Majesty James Ayashe, has refuted the widespread claim that the ongoing killings in Benue State are clashes between farmers and herders, describing it as a misinformation that has misrepresented the true nature of crisis. Now, speaking during a stakeholders meeting, the President Bola Tinubu on Wednesday, the traditional ruler insisted that what the people of Benue have been subjected to for decades is a calculated and organized genocidal invasion disguised by misleading narratives. He said this long-running bloodshed is not communal violence, reprisal attacks, or minor dispute, but a full-scale, premeditated land-grabbing campaign by what he described as herder, terrorist, and bandit. And now, according to the monarch, this distortion of the fact has fueled misplaced advice suggesting that Benue people should remain tolerant and negotiate with their attackers. He cautioned that such wrong diagnosis will only continue to produce wrong solutions. And now he said, and I quote in his words, "What we are dealing with here is Benue. In Benue is a calculated, well-planned, full-scale genocidal invasion and land-grabbing campaign, which has been going on for decades and worsening every year. It is not about learning to live with your neighbors. It is about dealing with a war," he said firmly. And our president, the statement comes amid growing national outrage over the recent spate of killings in the state, with about 200 people reportedly murdered last weekend in coordinated attacks on rural communities. Now, President Tinubu had earlier directed security chiefs to fully implement his previous orders to stabilize the state and called on the Benue governor to convene peace and reconciliation meetings among stakeholders. Like you all said, you said it's land grabbing issues. Now, what do you think could be done? Should there be a negotiation process? With this bandit about this land issue that has been causing this recent attack.
The Tortive was on the path of truth, but he didn't hit the nail on the head.
Okay, what is this supposed to say?
That this is a continuation of Ottoman Danfodio conquest.
Okay, what do you think could be the possible solution to it? Just to end this.
So one, saying negotiate for peace. No, There's an agenda, a calculated agenda, as the authorities said. Understand me? There's a calculated agenda, and the peace is not part of the agenda. The agenda is we are taking what belongs to us. This is what Nigerians must know. The agenda is we are taking what belongs to us. Benue, Plateau, we are all conquered by Nnamdi jihadists. It is our land. We are taking it. This is the truth that Nigerian government, this is the truth that the service chiefs, this is the truth that the governors of Benue and Plateau are afraid to say. That's what is happening in Benue. That's what is happening in Plateau State. And again, mind you, Benue and Benue used to be part of Plateau State. Understand me? When we have 12 states, when Gowon was the head of state, we have Benue, Plateau State, and this Kogi was carved out of Benue. So as I'm talking to you now, I don't think if Kogi people are free. Understand me? I don't think if Kogi people are free, because this land conquest might also get to them. This thing that's happening in Benue may also get to Kogi, going by history. So then what should be done is for the Nigerian military to brace up and stop this land conquest that is going on. Benue people don't need to make peace with anybody. With who? These people don't come for peace. They are coming brazenly to take what they were told belongs to them.
So are the people supposed to relocate away from there? I mean, what exactly are you trying to? What exactly is your point?
I say what, because these people are coming with superior weapon.
Okay.
And these people in Benue are mainly farmers with the cutlass and hoes. There's no way they can fight these terrorists. So it requires the Nigerian army, who are trained for war, to protect them. Understand? Because as we speak, over 900,000 Benue people are in IDP camps. Understand me? Close to 1 million Benue people are living in IDP camps, because what these people do is anywhere they come, they will burn the village. They will burn the community, that to make sure that nobody is staying there anymore. I was at Agatu when it happened. I saw how it was destroyed. Even this one that they did at Taka, yesterday, the same thing. Anywhere they come, they will burn all the village, that to make sure that it becomes empty. So the only solution is for the Nigerian army to brace up and stop the conquest. There's no, who are they going to negotiate with? Assuming it is a fight between one community and the other.
Okay.
They can say, okay, make peace. Understand me? Assuming it is maybe neighbors that come. So you say, see your neighbor as your friend. But this is not their mission. So as the authorities said, this is a calculated land-grabbing conquest. So it is from here that they will begin to solve this problem. It is from there that they will begin to solve this problem. They should call a spade a spade. What is happening is not herdsmen and farmers. Even though these people come into Benue as a herdsman, because that is easiest way to enter. As headers, coming with their cows. Understand me? Yeah. Coming using cows as a disguise. But that is not their main mission.
All right, still talking about this. Benue now, the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has come out to criticize President Bola Tinubu's recent visit to Benue State, calling it a political spectacle rather than a sincere effort to address the state's security issues or sympathize with victims of violence. Now, Atiku's media advisor Paul Ebe made a comment during an exclusive interview with one of the media in Abuja on Thursday. He accused the Tinubu's administration of focusing on political drama instead of finding real solutions to the growing insecurity in Nigeria. Ibe stated it's commendable when a leader empathizes with the people, offering a shoulder to lean on and sharing in their grief is a mark of true leadership. However, the visit was marred by political theatrics. Children were lined up on the highway, waving at the president in the rain. Subjecting them to such conditions was unnecessary. He also criticized the government's failure to tackle the root cause of insecurity, pointing out that despite the deaths of over 200 people in the recent attacks, there have been no arrests. Now, these same security agencies that failed to prevent or investigate this tragedy were quick to tear gas peacefully to protesters demanding accountability for their safety. This is unacceptable, Heber said. Now, he also stressed the importance of inclusivity in governance, arguing that the exclusion of certain regions, religions, and ethnic groups by the Tinubu's government has worsened instability. I'm particularly going to ask a question on this. Ibe also criticized the administration's earlier focus on the 2027 elections, saying it has distracted from more urgent national concerns. Now, he also said the focus on 2027 is distracting from pressing issues, living problems unaddressed, and insecurity rampant. There is nothing new this administration has introduced to tackle these challenges, he added. Now, his comment come at a time of growing public frustration with the federal government response to insecurity. Now, if President Tinubu's visit to Benue was merely political theater, as Atiku have claimed it to be, now what specific actions or outcomes would have proven this visit that it was genuinely about solving insecurity, not optics? Because we also saw, according to what we saw on social media on his platform on X, that he posted pictures of where he visited some of the people it affected, in the hospitals.
But did you see people waving a APC? Listen, you saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you supposed that to bring APC, anything APC into this?
Now, are we supposed to say that what if the president is not aware? What if it's the people in the state? I mean, the governor that has actually done this.
No, for me, I'm not really holding Tinubu accountable.
Okay.
It is the governor that declared public holiday.
Holiday, yes.
It is the governor that said that children shouldn't be in school.
Mm-hmm.
It is the governor that said that children should come out to the streets. Understand me? What you deny them from? Mind you, children were killed during that massacre, and some of those people, their peers were also among those that were killed. Some parents some mothers were killed. Some fathers were also killed. And you have that heart to bring them under the rain, to begin to wave to the president, who swore to protect life and property. And that's not happening. Understand me? So, I'm not holding Tinubu responsible for that, but Tinubu should have cautioned them. Tinubu should have cautioned the governor. This thing that I'm seeing here is not what I'm here for. Understand me? When he come and see those children under the rain, he will have said this is wrong. This is not I didn't come to Benue for carnival. I didn't come to Benue for fun fair. So these children dancing, singing, waving on the road for me, this is not a peaceful mission. Understand me? So there's nothing that reflected mourning in Benue State.
Okay, now his visit, we all saw that he went to visit. And after a few hours, we saw on social media, on his platform, where he said, why have there been no arrests made? And I began to wonder. And after 48 hours, there's been another attack. And before he left, he had a meeting. I'm like, I saw this banquet hall that was quite decorated, to have this meeting with some of the chiefs and have this meeting with the people of Benue, in Benue State. And yet, this is still happening. Do you think this is just a social media rant? And even Tinubu himself has not actually make a stand on his point that, okay, this must be tackled. I mean, there's supposed to be an emergency on this. This is where it should be focused. Unlike when he was, had to interfere into what happened during at the what's this man state?
Borno.
Yes. No, not even Borno. This emergence declaration, state takeover. What's his name? I mean, why am I forgetting? Ibas, when he brought Ibas into democracy. So now, looking at this, is this not more important to be tackled and faced instantly?
Assuming that Nigeria is India, and that air crash happened, and 242 people died. They will have organized a party there. Understand? For the president that to come and make a few comments and go. So the issue is this. That's why I say if the governor is truly a priest, he should be stripped of that priesthood, because none of his actions has reflected or resembled that of a priest. None of his actions has. Now he dispersed protesters. Now bring children under the rain to welcome the president. Force them to be singing and dancing. Imagine somebody who called himself a priest. So it's not everything that will hold Tinubu to account. In this issue of the carnival in Benue, I am holding the governor accountable. Understand?
But after 48 hours, there had been another attack after the president visit. So we still have to hold the president responsible for not bringing an emergency response to stop this incessant killings.
Well, even on that day that Tinubu came, I said that before, within 1 month, that Tinubu will still issue another marching order in Benue. Understand? I didn't even know that it will happen within 48 hours. So because when the whole chief of the defense staff said that what is happening is not what the army can handle. Understand? And the president is not telling the truth about what is going on. So we are living in denial. These people have the information. They are hearing what everybody is saying. So they saw that there's no seriousness. And that's why they have to attack another community just 48 hours after the president told the service chiefs to revisit their order.
The IGP visited before the president visited the state. What do you think he could have also done in terms of security?
Before IG's visit, National Security Advisor Nuhu Oribadu was in Benue. So you can see where the Inspector General of Police, the National Security Advisor, the Chief of Defense Staff, and the President went. and after 48 hours, another attack.
All right, let's take this next one. You can start leaving your comment rather on our YouTube page at VOP 90.3 FM Live. I'm going to be taking some of the comments via YouTube, and also you can drop it on WhatsApp at 0817-1756338. I'm not going to be turning the phone lines on because I don't want my phone to start buzzing now. Okay, let's go into the next story. Nigerians will remain in pain until Tinubu complete his harsh policies, Information Minister. Now, the Information Minister, Mohammed Idris, says Nigerians will continue to writhe in pain until President Bola Tinubu completes the implementation of his harsh policies. Now, the minister also claimed that Tinubu had acquitted himself creditably over the past 2 years by implementing bold reforms targeted at repositioning Nigeria's economy. Now, Idris made the assertion on one of the channels, Channels TV, according to a statement on Thursday by the minister's spokesperson, Rabiu Ibrahim. The minister praised the Tinubu's administration for initiating tough but necessary economic reforms, which, according to him, are laying the groundwork for long-term growth and national stability. Now, at the onset of the administration, quoted by him, two very important policy decisions were taken: the unification of the exchange rate and the removal of fuel subsidy. Now, he said these were issues that have been there for decades, and of course, you don't expect that you're going to have a major surgery without pains. That was what he said. And now he also said, and I quote, that pain is gradually easing out. We're not saying that all the pains have disappeared by now, but what we are saying is that the government is on the right track. That was how the statement explained. Now, the minister also noted that Tinubu was not driven by the pursuit of quick fixes or short-term gains, but rather by a clear vision to lay a solid foundation for enduring growth and development. He also said, and I quote, we are taking down what was not working and putting a solid foundation so that our economy can grow. This is a steady progression toward the destination and the prosperity of President, which he has promised Nigerians. Now, Dr. Anasike, and this one to get me laughing, but anyway, I'll hold on my laugh. If the Tinubu's administration economic policies are necessarily, like he said, and he quoted by him calling these policies harsh policies, how long should Nigerians realistically expect to endure this pain? Knowing that it's going for the next another 4 years, adding to the 4 years we have is planning. APC does not have any candidate that wants to vie for president again. So obviously, now before saying tangible relief, and how is also the government measuring that progress?
Did you see the caption of that story?
I quoted him when he said it, and I'm asking you the question.
That Nigerians will continue in pain. Until Tinubu's harsh policies begin to yield the
result. Yeah. So
that shows you the kind of a person that so-called information minister is. They're saying that Nigerians will continue in pain. That shows you that he doesn't have a human heart.
Definitely. The voice, they are listening. They can hear the cry of Nigerians yearning for.
He's bold, saying that Nigerians will continue in pain. So this is one. These people think that they have monopoly of knowledge, or that Nigerians don't have a retentive memory. He listed the removal of subsidy as one of the tough decisions. In 2012, Jonathan removed the subsidy. Tinubu and others protested against it. In 2012, Jonathan removed the subsidy. Tinubu, Wodo Shoyinka, Enoch Adeboye, Tunde Bakari, what's his name? This former president, Muhammadu Buhari. All of them protested. So they are now counting removal of subsidy as an achievement, which somebody has already done and they kicked against it. So to them, they think that Nigerians don't know. They can deceive others, not me. So if it is the responsibility of a leader to find solutions to solve problems. Understand me? So if your people are in pain, would you tell them to continue in pain or to find a solution? That shows you that these people are worse than Pharaoh.
Pharaoh.
This shows you that these people are worse than Pharaoh. Because if somebody is in pain, it is your responsibility to ameliorate, to solve that problem. Instead of you saying that they will continue in pain.
No. You said it's called pain because the president took a bold step.
It is pain. There's no.
And it is also called a strategy from the president.
It is pain. There's no adjective. Understand me? It is
and
pain.
He also called it a steady progression with, the living conditions of Nigerians and security breakdown happening right now. So he called it a steady progression that we're going to gradually get there.
So we are progressing with regards to security. Is that if they had allowed the removal of subsidy that Jonathan did in 2012 to stand, Nigeria would not be where we are as we speak. Understand me? Nigeria would not be where we are as we speak. But these are heartless people. And those who are following this program will remember that I say, if you vote wrongly, prepare to suffer. So they are now telling you that you are going to continue in pain until whatever they are trying to put together begin to work, which I know will not even begin to work in the next 20 years, assuming that they are bringing anything.
Rekindled hope it will work. All right. And now another question is, if President Nnamdi's approach is not about, well, he said it's not about quick fixes, but long-term gains. So we might not see it now. I said, but in the future, you see that these policies, we might enjoy these policies later in the future.
In the Bible, they say, give us this day. Bible did not say, let us wait till tomorrow. It said, give us this day.
But you know that before we got to where we are, we have been somewhere, and it's a gradual process. Let's be realistic about. Realistically, it's a gradual process. But talking about the harsh policies that in the next future,
process from fry pan to fire. That's exactly what it is. Because when you check the cost of things in the market, when Buhari was there and now, you see that we are moving from fry pan to fire. So that's what he means by his gradual process. There's no other way to define it.
Voice of the People 90.3 FM. You're listening to the recap all the way from 4 o'clock, and we draw the curtain bar exactly 5:50. But I can see your comments coming on our YouTube page, and I won't drop the WhatsApp line. As you're listening, you want to comment or you want to drop some of your questions, you can do that on 0817-175-6338. Like I said, head over to our YouTube as we're streaming live. Do drop your comment. I'm going to be taking a few of your comments by exactly in about a few minutes time, just to wrap up one more topic before I start taking some of your comment there. Now, opposition, a coalition moves to register All Democratic Alliance. Now, this is a bold move to challenge President Tinubu's and the ruling All Progressive Congress APC ahead of the 2027 general election. And now the key opposition figures have united to form a new political front, the All Democratic Alliance. called ADA. The coalition comprises politicians from multiple parties and ideological backgrounds has begun the formal process of registering the alliance with the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. And according to what I saw on X, it has been registered. Seen as a strategic attempt to consolidate opposition strength and present a unified alternative to the APC. Now, the ADA signal, which is a all-democratic alliance, signals the beginning of what could become one of the most fiercely contested electoral battles in Nigeria's democratic history. Now, but the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has described the surrounding announcement as an unnecessary hype and a weak attempt at mass appeal. And now, Keyamo took to tweet to his ex, formerly Twitter, said, "This is just a simple application for party registration. There is nothing like a coalition here. It is an unnecessary hype. Now, the promoters have been struggling to create all along. It is just a psychologically welfare on Nigerians, a weak attempt at mass appeal." Now, he also said, now this is not different from several political associations springing up every day for the same purpose. After all the razzmatazz, it boils down to the fact that any political party is just attempting registration by a few Nigerians. That he said. Now, the ADA has its address on. No, I'm not going to tell you that. You go check that for yourself. Now, according to those at the meeting where the decision to register ADA, the All Democratic Alliance, was taken, where former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar was present, Peter Obi was present, John Odige was present, Rauf Aregbesola, Nasir El-Rufai, Aminu Tambuwal, Abubakar Malami, Babachir Lawan, Uche Secondus, Osita Chidoka, and Nina Okeje. In a letter, those are the people that were present at the registered of All Democratic Alliance. Now, Dr. Anosike, before I further continue, okay, let me just further take the news in brief. Now, officially, ADA further submitted other documents to INEC for registration, which I believe it has been passed, but they don't want to make the official announcement. Now, the question is, Dr. Anosike, should Nigerians be happy that now there's a strong, the people I've actually mentioned, do we see them? Because according to what we saw, according to what we read online, these people are coming together. Peter Obi is part of them. Atiku Abubakar is part. Nasir El-Rufai is part. Rotimi Amechi is part of them. Now, do we see all these people coming down under one umbrella under ADA, All Democratic Alliance Party? And is this a strong opponent against just a sitting president, Tinubu, to overtake or overrule in the next 2 years?
Well, Festus Keyamo. Festus Keyamo described it as a hype. Understand? He described it as a hype. But I want him to know that ADA has gotten 1 vote from Peter Anosike.
ADA has gotten one vote. You don't even know who is the person that is.
I don't care.
Okay, if Peter Obi is part of the.
Excuse me. Even if he's in this person among them.
What do you mean by? Are we not looking at are we not looking at individuals right now? Because
any other person would be better than Tinubu.
Don't you think that Nigeria should be very? You should think. You should think. You should think because
ADA has gotten 1 vote from Peter.
It's not about. It's not about just coming. You want to overthrow the current administration because APC has been there, and APC we saw how the hunger and everything, and these people all coming together. Those are the people that are just defecting from one party to another party and coming together to form ADA. And now you don't even know who is going to.
I don't care. ADA has got.
Okay, that is your own opinion. So for your own opinion, listening out there, I would implore you start calling me exactly 5 o'clock. Yeah, I'm ready to open the phone lines on 0803-692-9933. You can start dropping, you can start calling in, and of course you can drop your comment on 0817-175-6338, and of course down on YouTube. Now, if you are saying that you don't care what a candidate is, what a presidential candidate will be,
I cannot continue.
you should, if you cannot continue on this lies, don't you think that personality is also important in also, registering, showing the person?
In 2015, they were saying anybody but Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2027, I'm saying anybody but Tinubu. Understand me? In 2027, anybody but Tinubu. So ADA has gotten one vote in the person of Peter Anosike. I don't want to know who their presidential candidate is. We should try another person. These people have failed us woefully.
How are you so sure? Looking at the fact that we have the Southeast governors. For example, one of your governors now, Oji Uzo Kanu, that is saying that, okay, President Tinubu has the whole vote. Your Anambra Soludo saying that President Tinubu has the vote. Look at the Southeast already saying that President Tinubu is there. And now ADA has come, all Democratic Alliance have come. They want to challenge the APC, the All Progressive Congress in 2015. And now, do you think this is going to be possible, that ADA will have a lot of people, to rally around, knowing that the governors has fully endorsed APC in mostly all the states?
Why I consider Joshua in the Bible a wise man. Mm-hmm. Joshua said, "I and my family would understand me." He didn't say he was the leader of Israel at that time. But he did not say all Israel. He said, "Choose you today who you shall follow. But I and my family," understand me? So these governors, they are just deceiving Tinubu and themselves. No governor in the Southeast can control people in the South. You cannot rule the Igbo people. You can only lead the Igbo people. And you can lead them if you are transparent, if you are honest. Understand me? Igbos are not like the other people.
So if, okay.
Let me tell you what.
All right.
You can only lead an Igbo man if you are transparent, if you are honest. Mm-hmm. If he's following you and you are crooked, he's following you for what he'll get from you. We don't have cows in our area. We don't have sheep in our area. We don't have a sheep culture or cow culture. Mm-hmm. If you watch sheep, anywhere that the one in front follows, others follow. Mm. Igbos don't do that. We think differently.
If ADA is involving, some few Igbos I just mentioned, I'm just saying like a female here, and I'm just saying Peter Ruby, part of the registration, part of the people present during the registration party. What else is there? We have Atiku Abubakar there. We have Nasir El-Rufai. We have Rotimi Amechi here.
So Peter Anosike will live where Peter Ruby is, and go to where Boname Tinubu is.
And let's not forget, do you think that Peter Obi would, accept any role of being a vice presidential candidate in an election?
That is not my business. I say ADA had gotten one vote from Peter Anosike.
What if you have Atiku Abubakar run again for a presidency?
If Atiku,
because we have to be very, very careful.
Excuse me. If election is held today between Tinubu and Atiku, I'll vote Atiku.
You will now vote Atiku?
Immediately.
So now it is not about personality.
I'll vote Atiku. The person who I have seen and failed, and the person who I have not seen, I will vote to see what.
But let's not forget that they all have their personal profiles. And that is what we should be looking at the next at choosing the next one. Anyway, the phone line says 0803-692-9933. It's now time to air your opinion. Here is my first caller for today. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Peter.
Oh, it's not a doctor. It's not a minister. Thank you.
Dr. Peter Masike
All right.
and
Good evening.
Mrs. Amina.
Thank you so much. Your name and where you
Number
calling
two,
from? Your
I
name.
wrote ADA.
Your
From
name.
East, from East, forget about those governors. They are talking about
Well, I don't even know your name and where you calling from first. All right, please, when you're calling...
That's second vote for ADA.
Without even knowing who is going to
That's
represent.
Second vote for ADA.
Okay?
He's also voting for ADA.
All right, now on YouTube, you can check us out at VOP 90.3 FM. We're streaming live. Mark AKZ, where is this emoji about? I don't understand. Chikeze Nwodo. Amina, please call studio WhatsApp number slowly so that I can catch it. All right, so I'm very fast. 0817 1756338. The chick is there. I hope you got that. Chilled power. They don't care. That's the summary of the whole thing. It's so sad. Then Elise Safa Jolome. See, my dear, I support Mr. Anosike because I can't afford to let this terrible happen to me again 2027. Please. I still believe we can have one united Africa with Captain Traore. Thanks, okay? Little mistakes. Me and my wife will vote for Ada. You don't even know who is going to be your representative. You already say you vote for Ada. Okay. We're looking at the fact that, I mean, you have a lot of governors that have endorsed. I'm already, okay. WhatsApp. Let me pick this call. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Amina.
Good evening. Your name and where you calling from, please?
And Doc, may God bless you people in Jesus' name.
Amen.
I'm Mr. Nnamdi calling from Egypt.
Welcome.
I in line with the Peter Anosike for my vote for Ada, that new party. So, but what I'm trying to let you know that this thing that is happening in Benue Plateau, Peter Anosike have explained everything for you people to know that this is what is going on. But it's unfortunate that Tinubu went there and start talking another thing. Why he knows every situation, he cannot tell me that he has not been getting the real information about the whole thing there. We are deceiving ourselves in this country. Unless we start telling ourselves truth, this country will not move forward. By the time we are pretending as if we don't know why we know, it's just like what Jonathan said, former president said, that it is worse for somebody to pretend that he's sleeping while he's not sleeping. For you to wake him up will be hard. That is what Nigeria is all about in this country. Nothing is moving on without telling lies, without, we saying this or saying this. Unless we sit down and discuss and talk, this is the way. We can never be a nation like this. We cannot move forward, bro. Whatever Peter Anosike is telling you there is real. Nothing. Why I like him is he's not missing any word in anything he's telling you. Right. Look at what is happening about the political parties. The APC have made a landmine in every political party that registered already. This new one now, they are very difficult for INEC to accept them. Unless God's intervention, INEC to accept these people, they cannot, because this APC have destroyed every political party and pretending as if they don't know what is going on. And Nigeria need prayer. We cannot.
Nigeria need prayer. Okay, I remember when Peter Obi said a statement that he's going to go with any as long as the interests of Nigerians are known. Now we have Labour Party. Labour Party is still there. Do we say that the obedience are going to move from Labour Party, or Peter Obi does it still represent Labour Party? We don't know that yet. So how do we now know the people? We are only saying that the people that comprise registration of all Democratic Alliance is just Atiku Abubakar. And where is the PDP? Is the PDP gone officially? That's just a question. Let's ask ourselves.
I said on this program, I have said over and over that PDP is a broken down vehicle that will not be repaired till 2027. Labour Party is a broken down vehicle that will not be repaired till 2027. And I said again that if Atiku want to run, he should leave PDP. And if Peter Obi want to run, he should leave Labour Party. I said here that if P2B want to run in Labour Party, they will disqualify him. Because right now, the governorship candidate of Labour Party in Anambra State, George Morgan, is from Julius Abure faction.
Okay.
Not Nnamdi faction. So this is going to continue until 2027. So the best way for them is to leave PDP and Labour Party because these two parties have been invested with a virus. Understand me? And they will not be cured until 2027 election is over. Yes, Wike will continue to do what he's doing in PDP. Julius Abure will continue to do what he's doing in Labour Party because APC is financing them. So they will not want peace in the party until the end of 2027. Understand me? So, and I'm happy that Atiku is moving and P2B is moving. Let them leave the carcass of PDP to Nyesom Wike. Let P2B leave the carcass of Labour Party to Julius Abure and the APC.
Now, this one says on YouTube, go leave your comment on YouTube at VOP 90.3 FM Lagos. This one says, Evil man, I will not vote Fulani as a president, rather let Tinubu continue his mess. That's also another tribal saying. You don't even know, these all democratic alliance.
Everyone is entitled to his or her own opinion. But I want to know how many estates that he has built or she has built under Tinubu. Understand me? I want to know how many millions he has in his account under Tinubu. Some people are afraid of change.
All right, let me pick this call. My phone has been buzzing. Hello. Good evening. Yes, your name and where you calling from? Okay, welcome, Mr. Amos. Oh, okay.
What I want to say is about all the governors that are jumping into AP. We already know that AP is like a society, of course, kingdom. That is what they belong to. So, and if you are a man or you call yourself a governor, you cannot take decision of.
Oh, please, I think you're having issues. Please do call back. We'll appreciate your call. And now let's go to WhatsApp messages. Good evening, Dr. Anosike, my journalist of the year. And Amina, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse or misuse is inevitable. For the show of shame on Wednesday, the governor of Benue, who doesn't have sympathy for his people or value the lives of his citizens, imagine more than 200 people killed in a swoop. Do you know the amount killed under his government since when he resumed, is making a triumph entry of your president by compelling little children into rain to do eye service for your president as if all is well. They couldn't visit the incident site. A condolence visit turned 2027 endorsement rally. No political will to fight insecurity. Also, Obi wanted to come and visit the people. The governor didn't allow him because of politics. For your president who entered the back door of cash and carry INEC and judiciary, you can see is not accountable to the people, but his family and APC. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. No, it's good to have a female voice.
I'm on the road. I'm sorry.
Oh, no
But I parked. There's a lot of noise on the road. Please, the first thing I would say, my name is Favor. I'm calling from Ikorodu.
Well, welcome.
The first thing I want to ask first, Dr. Anosike said the governors have all approved that Tinubu to continue in 2027. But are the governors going to vote for the people? If they say the president should continue, are they going to go to the polling booth with the people to vote? Number two is APC is ready to destabilize ADA. In the first instance, they are going to start working on some of the members by giving them money. In alliance, some people saying this one should not agree for this one should not agree for this. The problem they are going to have is while picking their candidates. And it's going to be the handwork of APC to destabilize them. Good evening.
Good evening. That was a short one. Okay.
I did not say that the governors have said that Tinubu should continue. I never said that. I say the governors are on their own. The governors are on their own. Even if an ex-OT, I'm from Abia State, even if an ex-OT defects to APC today,
Okay.
he cannot force me to vote for Tinubu.
What about Soludo that said, okay, I endorse you?
Soludo cannot force Anambra people to vote for Tinubu. He can only force him. He can only tell the members of his family. That's why I say we don't have sheep culture in the southeast.
Do you think tribalism is about to play out among whoever lost, for example, if it's among tribalism? Okay, let me just generalize it. Tribalism is about to play on with this new political party, especially when people want to start voting. Do you see that happening again?
Igbos are the only ethnic group in Nigeria that don't play ethnic politics. Igbos are the only ethnic group in Nigeria that don't vote according to ethnic group. We look for competent candidates. Let me prove it to you. In 2003, Muhammadu Buhari ran with Chuba Okadibo. 2003. Muhammadu Buhari ran with Chuba Okadibo, an Igbo man. But Igbos voted for Obasanjo Atiku ticket.
But Igbos actually want a president from themselves.
I'm telling you, so if we are voting according to ethnic line,
Okay.
as our son was vice president to Buhari,
Okay.
who have voted for Buhari, Okadibo.
Okay.
But we know that Buhari is not competent. Understand me? We
All right.
voted Obasanjo Atiku. Obasanjo is not an Igbo man. Atiku is not an Igbo man.
Okay.
So we have an Igbo vice president, but vice presidential candidate, but we did not
yes.
vote for him. So we have always voted for competent people in the country.
Okay, so now people would be watching out for competency rather than tribalism. Wow, it seems Nigerians are beginning to get wise. All right, so taking some of the comment on YouTube. This says, Little Mistake says, why is it that you put your name as Igbo man? If you're truly Igbo man, we will know. Okay, in response to the person that says, I will not vote Fulani as a president, rather let Tinubu continue his mess. All right, this one says, Afunwa Adama, I support Dr. Peter. I can vote APC. Then Elisa Farr said, I'm very upset at what this government Tinubu has done by giving pardon to criminal who stole state money and was arrested by the UK government, government jail, but can keep an innocent man still in detention. Wow. So, okay, let me take some of the calls. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Your name and where you calling from, please?
My name is Ajay. I'm calling from Aba.
All right, welcome.
Dr. Peter, good evening.
Yeah, I can hear
Thank you
you.
so much.
Yeah, God bless you for your honor. You are trying well. You are doing a good job.
Thank you.
And I want to add for what Peter said.
Okay.
Because of we voted for Abiola. Abiola is a Yoruba man, but we didn't vote for any other person. We vote for a good person. We don't vote for bad person. As I did now, I'm an Igbo man, but I can't vote for Odus Okana. Odus Okana is a criminal. I prefer to vote for Osibanjo and Fashola, but I can't vote for Igbo. If it's my vote that if I vote, I will live on this. Live on this side. I will not vote for Tinubu. I can't do that.
All right, I think the connection to that is not quite clear. The woman that called earlier, she mentioned about not being manipulating some members of this new party, so to destabilize and.
No, it will happen. It is natural.
It is natural to happen.
Natural. It will happen. Understand me? Even those people there know that it's going to happen. Understand? The people in this coalition know that it is going to happen, that APC would want to infiltrate it.
So, is it the new? So obviously, it's going to be part of the new members coming in to join the party, or the people that.
It is politics. They will want to compromise some people.
Okay.
If information is very, very important in politics.
Okay.
So you naturally APC will send people there to go and be getting information, understand me? And they try to destabilize on the party. Understand? But if they consolidate, these people that are not, there will be a massive movement from APC to the party. Just watch it.
All right, let me pick this call. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you calling from, please? Hello.
Hello, my name is Mwafo.
Okay, welcome.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
My regards to Dr. Nnamdi.
All right, he's listening.
All right. I tell him to use his number, call me. It's my colleague.
Okay.
That is one. Two, this number I'm using to call. Tell him to use that. Reach to me. He's my colleague. Once he has his name, he knows who is speaking. Then for Ada registration, if they register it, at least Ada has my phone in 2027. We must do away with it. They have caused more havoc than we can imagine. As for Benue people, I see Benue people, if you read the book by Tom Hardy, the character there is what I described Benue people to be. That is my own. If they want to end land grabbing, stop all this rubbish. If they're waiting for government to do it for them, I don't see government doing it. That is it. Good evening.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Emodi Ralph on YouTube says Nigerians are really suffering under this Tinubu's government. It sounds like everybody is going for this new party. You don't even know what is up. Anyway, on WhatsApp, good evening, Amina and Dr. Anosike. I think Tinubu went to Benue State for town hall meeting, political rally. Honestly, I think our politicians, our security officials, and the elite, especially within the north, knows what is happening. And as you can see, that the soldiers appears helpless, or do I say less concerned? Tinubu is more concerned about 2027 rather than doing anything positive to ease the suffering of the citizens. Ralph from Satellite Town. Governor, I'll pick this call. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. Yeah, good evening. Good afternoon.
Dr. Peter Nnamdi. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Your name and where you calling from, please?
This is Ikoro from Egondo.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's highly commendable. Ada, all Nigerian, all Nigerian, all Democratic Alliance. Yes, all Democratic Alliance. Seeing the top political heavyweights like Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, at least many of them. These are the people that will, that will respect in the southeast. People that will say we should go. They will join the movement. Peter will be top notch. They all have my vote. Ada have my vote. Yeah, I like the idea. Nice one.
Okay, thank you. Wow, that's his opinion. But I think there's no motto yet. That they've not settled rather. People are saying
the logo is a maize.
Is corn, maize.
Yes.
What does it mean? What does it signify?
Agriculture, food. Today there's hunger everywhere.
But Dr. Anosike, you are the one helping them to analyze this. Let them come out. They've not even come out to say, okay, this is our motto. This is what we stand for.
Or the broom has swept all our pockets empty. So we need food. We need agriculture. So for me, their logo is super.
Now, talking about this frequent manipulation of,
is
let's
sweeping,
let's also
everybody's
look at
pocket.
let's also look at this manipulation of election result or after vote and all of this. Do you see this as a recurrence or happening again? You know, when eventually this, you know, what happened in the last during the last election, and now we have a new party registry, a new party here, opposition
Excuse
party.
me, once there are narrow margins in election, it is very easy to reach. Once there are narrow margins in elections, it is very easy to reach. And in 2023, there were narrow margins. Tinubu has a 8 point something, Atiku has a 6 point something, PTOB has a 6.1. So the margin is not much. This is the importance of coalition. So assuming that P2B and Atiku has combined in 2023, both of them have 14 million votes. P2B says 6.1 and Atiku's around 6.7. That means it's a 14 to 15 million votes, which is they have 5 million votes different from what Tinubu of APC has. And there's nowhere in the world you can manipulate 5 million votes. This is the importance of coming
Now,
together.
do we even see that 5 million vote happening right now? Do we see that happening? Now, let's take a look. Let's go back to let's go back to Northeast. Let's go back to that part. Do we see
All
that
this
happening?
fake defection is going on in the South. Has any governor in the North or defected? Has any governor in the North defected? The answer is no. Understand me? And anywhere P2B is, that's where good Nigerians would be. I don't say Nigerians, I say good Nigerians would be. Southeasterners will still follow MP2B. South will still follow MP2B. Let Atiku and others mobilize the North. Let the P2B mobilize Southeast. And let's see where Tinubu's vote will come from.
All right, let me take this from WhatsApp. Governor Ayase Alia turned mourning situation in Benue State to carnival and political ground. It is the highest insensitive and impunity for him to line up school children to stand on the ring to wave hands to Mr. Tinubu. All right, please don't call me and have your radio on. He said you can't do two things at the same time. Okay, thank you. Hello. Good evening. Your name and where you calling from, please?
I'm from Mecca.
Welcome.
I really want to say a big thank you to that daddy that you always stand by your side. Every time I listen to him, I always enjoy my life.
Okay.
He always speak my mind.
All right. Go ahead, please. He has spoken your mind. It sounds like you've spoken his mind, and that's all they have to say. Good evening, Dr. Anasiki. Okay, that's like a long one. That's a long one. I know you're gonna call for me, Dio, but I prefer your call as well. Good evening. We all wish for a better Nigerian, and I do pray it will come to pass. Good evening, Amina, and the Honorable and the studio, Dr. Peter Anasiki. I really have nothing to contribute in the topics now. I just want to confirm from Peter Anasiki, how do I get this book, 100 Years of Amalgamation? My name is Uchechi from Ibeju Lekki. All right, I think you should respond to that. Good evening, VOP Radio. The killing in the Middle Belt will not have any solution. Let's take this call. Hello? Hello? Oh, what is interrupting our call? Hello? 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 Okay, good evening, VOP Radio. The killings in the Middle Belt will not have any solution until those terrorist jihadists are wiped out. In Ghana, as we speak, there is no tolerance for herders going to farmers' farm to eat their crops. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to the
Kanu, My name is Daramola from Ishero Osun.
All right. Welcome, Mr. Daramo.
For some times now, I will be talking concerning the presidential aspirants against year 2027.
Okay.
But we have not spoken anything concerning the members of the House of Representatives and the Senators. Because as the way I'm seeing things now, all the people that are there now, they are not doing anything for us. Are they not the set of people that will come in 2027 again? That's the question I want to ask my big brother there, Brother Anosike. Thank you very much.
All right. And it's the same set of people. Okay, we still have a lot of people that will still defect to ADCO. We'll talk about some of the senators in the House of Assembly. Oh! Doctor, I know you stick to that. ADA, Alliance Democratic, All Democratic Alliance. So now do we say the same senators, we say the same House of Representatives also defecting to that same party? And now what do you think the party should have done to stand on that mandate, especially in registering new members? Do you think that is also important? To picking up their members and maybe their positions or tickets ahead of the next election, and that could also be a way of convincing Nigerians that this personality is good, this personality can do better.
Before somebody asked a question earlier, how he can get my book, 100 Years of Amalgamation. So the book is on sale in Golden Tulip Hotel. If you come to Golden Tulip Hotel, go to security office in Golden Tulip Hotel, 42 Motan Mohammed International Airport Road, or the book is on sale there. Then, what's your question?
Now, I said, don't you think that there should be a proper screening, a proper screening when picking? Because this person also, draw our attention back to the fact that this registration just took place, and obviously we are seeing a lot of people coming to this ADA. Of course, we're going to have the likes of people in the House of Representatives. We're going to have senators. He asked a question, and he also drew us back to is it the same set of people that we see them, they're not functioning well, yes, also going into the party? Then I'm asking you, come through your question, and don't you think that there should be a proper screening? I mean, people that are welcome to the party, I mean, we shouldn't have, a lot of Nigerians also have been skeptical about this personality coming into the party, or even have to vote. No,
a political party is like a church.
Okay.
A political party is like a church. In the church, you don't screen members. Your door is open. Everybody is coming in. Understand? But you know that some people are coming into, they steal phones in the church. I hope you know. So yes. It is not everybody that comes to church is a good person. So even though it is a church, they still put a CCTV. Up that the CCTV are not supposed to be inside the church. Okay. But they put CCTV in the church to watch the bad people. So a political party is like a church. And the politics is about numbers. So everybody is allowed to come in, but you should be doing your own vetting privately. You cannot tell Mr. A, no, you shouldn't come in. Political party is like a church. And in a church, there are good people, there are bad people. So you cannot begin to say you are vetting people.
All right, let me go to YouTube to take some of the comments today. George Owoboya says, if there is no electoral reforms, then Tinubu is going to win 2027 election. The same evil woman replied, we are always voting competent persons, not party, not like Reverend for governor. Okay, keep your comments coming, and of course, I know I still do owe it to a lot of my WhatsApp people. Oh, I have a lot of WhatsApp messages, I promise you. I'm going to take them. This is quite an interesting conversation. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello. This is Mahmoud.
Okay, welcome.
From Nataloku.
Welcome.
The other party is my part. My vote is there. And I thought for somebody like this, God continue to bless him for speaking the truth. Because we have seen it enough.
All right, I dropped that call because you're listening to your radio and as well calling it into the same frequency. So that is obviously obstructing the network and it's not making a clear conversation. Now, there's a question I want to ask you, Doctor. Do you think that this current party, APC, would also give room for that publicity that all Democratic Alliance needs to get to the grassroots, and I mean the grassroots, to the level of which people even in the village will know that Alliance Democratic or Democratic Alliance, ADA, is in existence, because we know how it can be, when publicity is being blocked. And so when we have an APC state, we have an APC state where, you don't have any other party come to, do publicity, announcement and all of that.
If you are, following the trends in the world.
Okay.
Most people are now getting their information through the social media.
And let's not forget, an average woman in the village does not have access to social media. And these are the people that are being brainwashed physically.
Does the average woman in the village read a newspaper?
They're not even literate, like you
so
and I.
Don't worry, it will get to them.
I should not worry. You're making me. I should not worry.
Don't worry, it will get to them. Assuming that that people are still relying on the traditional media, like newspaper, like TV, understand me, Donald Trump wouldn't have won in 2024. But focus has shifted. More people are now getting their information from social media podcasts. So newspaper is no more doing much. Social media has become a magnifier.
Okay.
Understand me? So the information would spread.
All right, let me take some of the WhatsApp messages. My callers do hold on. My WhatsApp messages are quite a lot here. Good evening, VOP. I already took that. Also, we need to diversify our economy. Stop focusing. This is Sean. Sean, where you sent a message from. Good afternoon, Amina. Special greeting to Dr. Anosike. My name is Raphael from Ianopaja. This crop of rulers are wicked and heartless. For a minister to say such is quite unexpected. They surely report this. So, good evening, Amina and Dr. Anosike. I like your guest analyst. I believe you're saying the fact. It appears that the current government does not have what it takes to move this country forward. I'm totally in support of ADA. I will vote anybody at that field as ADA field as their presidential candidate. I'm Fred Chibueze Maduka from Yaba. Amina and Dr. Anosike, good evening. I and my family will vote ADA. And a poll from Koka. Good evening, Amina. This alliance we're talking about, please, is still another group of people that will come and continue to lie. Regional of elections, looting of Nigerian treasury, selective justice, and manipulation of Nigerian security apparatus against a particular group of people. Chinamere from Agbara. Another thing is that I would, as far as Nigerian government is allowing cows and other animals to be moving around, they can never solve problem of insecurity in Nigeria. Chinamere from Agbara. Good evening, VOP. Nigeria is funded on 40 foundation. Expects the foundation is uprooted and rebuilt, then the house will stand. Nigeria should go back to parliamentary system of government where regions will control their resources with Premier as the chief executive of the region. With the current system, Nigeria is just joking. Elder Isaac from Idimo. Good evening, Amina. Ada got my vote. Chimeze Emmanuel from Abulegba. Good evening, good afternoon, Amina Ojelabi and Dr. Peter Anosike. I strongly agree with the notion that the situation in Benue State is a communal clash. The attacks by Fulani herdsmen are unacceptable and suggest that a lack of effective governance. President Tinubu's visit to Benue hasn't yielded meaningful result, especially given a report of another massacre shortly after. Nigeria's security framework needs a comprehensive overhaul due to potential compromises. I urge you to always focus on the future and let go of the past grievances, which you're still making reference to. We all have our past mistake, like Tunde Bakarenko. Moving forward is crucial for Nigeria's future. A strong coalition party is necessary to challenge the APC in 2027. Otherwise, Tinubu's might secure another term. Other parties need to take a more serious approach. Ogumbi from Idimo. The Benue killing can never stop until they tackle from the root. Oyeka Chinwachiko from Ajawo Estate. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
Good evening, and good evening, Mr. Peter Anosike.
Good evening.
Mazi Sonny calling from Ojalaba.
Welcome.
I don't even know if on Wednesday when Mr. President went to Benue, I call Mr. Wiseman, that's Solomon. I told him that is when our president goes to Benue, he's just getting annoyance for the herdsmen people. They must have revenge again. Even I see the thing, I just a joke with them. Actually, it's just really when I go to vision. So even for 8 hours, these people attack again, killing people. We are the Mr. President when the ruling Nigeria going and ask people to stop marching order to killing the innocent people. So, and again, they still get again and killing the people again. And Mr. President shut up and not told anything. Wonderful for this country. So, again, my sister, about of the as the Peter said, about of the coalition with Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar from Ada. Hey, I believe what Peter Anosike said. He said this Ada, this AD, he be the former candidate. Tinubu is one of them before he departed now, and their members, their workers is already there. So when the people be, it better make people be careful. May they not mention any party. See when they is approaching, and before they go step in to any party where they like, or may they not go for Ada. That advice I give it to them. And that is the agent of APC is there. And he will destroy them again. Thank you, my sister, for the good job.
All right, thank you. That's another opinion from him.
Tinubu ran in 1999. Tinubu ran with Alliance for Democracy.
Okay.
Alliance for Democracy, AD. Understand me? This is all Democratic Alliance. So this is the different, and AD is registered as we speak.
All right.
So this is ADA is a new political association.
Well, I think they also need to clarify, because according to him, he still have this notion that those are Tinubu's people that went to form an alliance.
AD and this ADA are different set of people.
Okay. All right, let me take this. Yes, so I'm also in for Ada. My 5-anger thumbprint is in from Leona. Leona. Good evening, Amina and Dr. Anosike. Federal government of Nigeria knows the sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria. All the killings are ethnic, religious, and politically motivated killings. The government are benefiting. That's why they have refused to stop it. If Tinubus want to stop insecurity in Nigeria, we'll do that in 1 month. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Macaulay from Mafoluku.
You're welcome.
Please, I'm very happy to hear about this ADA, the party that's coming to to dislodge this.
You don't even know. You don't want to know what who the presidential candidate is.
I don't want to know, because as far as that wise man with you there, whatever he says is where we stand. He's man of truth. God got to bless him. See, APC is a drug. Those years, a drug that has been out of use. That's mean of APC. I don't know why they now come to cause problems to Nigeria. We don't need them. Let them go. And whatever is going on in that Benue state, government of Nigeria must know about it, because anything that government wants to stop, they will stop it. You can't tell me. Okay, see the effort now they are doing to collapse all the party under one party, APC. If they should use that strength to fight insecurity in other parts of this Nigeria, insecurity will stop. So that is the thing. We are tired of this mess of APC. I don't want to hear that name, APC. If I'd be very happy, and I can't even wait to see the new party, ADP.
All right.
That will, yes.
Thank you so much. We're running behind time. I'm gonna draw the curtain at 5:50. So I have like 5 minutes left, but I'm gonna still like about 3 minutes or 2 minutes more because I have a lot of messages. Okay, I'm gonna read this so fast as possible. Good evening, Amina and Dr. Anosike. Federal government of Nigeria knows the sponsor of terrorism in Nigeria and all the killings are ethnic, religious, and politically motivated. Chiki from Apapa. Sorry, Chiki is just a brief one. I mean, our governors are taking and made their choices with all the monies they've gathered from the wealth of this nation. The Nigerian public with PVCs will make decisions at the poll right on election day. Okay, I'll vote for that no matter who they present as their flag. Okay, Mr. Anosike Ada. Okay, Alfred from Ijegu. Matthew from Ijegu. 2027 election is against in between Tinubu's administration and poor Nigerian masses. Good evening, VOP. If Tinubu come out for president or Jules or Kanu come out, I will vote for Tinubu. Chief Akuimbe. Good evening, VOP. Ada will be the only solution is electoral reform and electronic voting and nothing. Let's remember what INEC and judiciary, Ralph. Okay, I mean, the minister saying people will suffer under Tinubu's economic reforms start yielding result is the height of insensitivity of this government. They are destroying the economy. Nothing like reform. John from Ijaniki. Good evening, VOP. Come 2027, all things are being equal. That is, if the election is not rigged, APC will lose flat in the southwest. We keep telling Tinubu, it being power, that means we are hungry. It chose to close its ears and turn a blind eye to our complaints. Okay, but this has been a lot of calls. Sorry, I couldn't pick your call. Erify and Atiku will never accept any form of rigging again, like OB in 2023 election. Festus from Alakberry. How true is that? 2023 election and number of votes garnered by OB. Okay, Atiku and OB. Atiku got 6.9, OB 6.1, total with 13 votes. All right. New people, congrats, Peter, Dr. Anosike, for adding doctor to your name. Is well more deserve more grace. Okay, you see where the ramen. I don't think I can take a very long message right now. As a patriotic Nigerian, how do you perceive the issues of ineffective governance, media, dishonesty, and hardship? Do you see these issues reflected in the face of Nigerians? Is mental health, distress a concern for citizens? Okay. Proposed solution. You propose a solution. Your name is not there. Good evening. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. The acronym for APC is all people that are corrupt. Mr. Rufi Ojo. Williams from Ayobo. Ada has my vote. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Hyacinth. Yes, Okechukwu calling from Apapa.
Okay, welcome.
Yes, I want to support everything Dr. Anosike has said there. Right. For example, all the Eastern governors supporting Tinubu, that will not change anything. Remember, I want you to recall, Rochas Okorocha, when he was about to leave, he wanted to hand over to his in-law. Yes, he wanted his in-law to succeed him, but all that did not work. More people still voted for the person they wanted. So if all of them let them support Tinubu, let them all of them give him their backing, it will change nothing. At the end of the day, everybody will vote for the person he wants to vote. So that of Rochas Okorocha, I mean, that is an instance. He would have liked everybody to vote for that his in-law, but it didn't go that way. More people still voted for the person they wanted, and that his in-law, failed. He lost out. Right. So that is my own. That's what I want to say.
You're that's my last caller for today. Wow, it's about 49 minutes till about 6 o'clock. Not 49 minutes now. What am I even saying? It's about 1 minute before I say bye-bye to you. But all the same, I was going to say something that, how come I forgot what I want to say? Dr. Anosike, do you want to say something? I think I forgot.
Yes, he mentioned just on the last caller.
Yes.
In 2023, P2B, Chukwuma Soludo worked against P2B. In 2023, just the last election, Soludo as a sitting governor, worked against P2B. Dave Omahi worked against P2B. Understand me? At the end of the day, what happened? Igbo still went where their mind told them that to go. And that will still happen in 2027. The governors are not feeding anybody. They can only talk of themselves and their families. So even in 2023, Labour Party has no governor anywhere. They don't even have a councillor. But P2B did what he did. So let all the governors in the southeast cross over to APC. They cannot, Tinubu cannot get up to 10% in any state in the southeast.
All right, that is how we wrap up on today's recap, 90.3 FM, Voice of the People. My name is Amina Ojelabi, and this is me. If you're listening, just head over to our YouTube. You can still find so in case you miss out, rather, you can still watch and drop your comments later. And thank you so much for your contribution. But I was about to ask another question, but I think we'll extend it till next week, because Nigeria is always dramatic, always full of drama. So, Dr. Anasike, you want to say something? Thank you so much.
I want to thank our listeners.
All right. This is where we say bye-bye until next week. Same station, same time. Bye for now. And I wish that All Democratic Alliance, ADA, AKO, people are already giving a different name. ADA will be ADA. ADA will be. We wish you safe future, and hopefully, all right, have a great weekend. Bye for now.